Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jessica if you are. Today is the first of the month, Uno de Mayo, as my husband has been calling it, and it's that season. It's time for updates on all of my favorite projects, starting with this first one, my rolling project pan. So if you are new to my channel and you like project panning content, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. But if you are already a friend, good to see you. Thanks for coming back, and I'm excited to update you on my projects. I got some new things coming in, and that means a couple empties and some things that are very close to being empty. So I'm gonna get into the video. I don't have a ton of time to film this. It's a hectic week as per usual, but only 4 more weeks of school left before sweet, sweet, blissful summer is on the horizon, and I cannot wait. Let's get into this video. Starting with the foundation, I've been panning the Clinique Even Better Clinical Foundation. I brought this into the project in January and it was weighing 138.6 grams. As of last month, it was down to 124.11 grams. I only used it 10 times during the past month. I've definitely been slowing it down, and that's okay. I've just been focusing on other things and not really feeling such heavy foundation on most days. So it's kind of gotten put on the back burner and just brought out for when I really need my makeup and want makeup to last for the entire day, morning until night, because this foundation will do it. But I don't need that every day, and I just have been feeling a little bit more of a clear face. This is still a lot of makeup, let's not fool anybody, but it's not quite this much coverage. So after those 10 uses, it went from 124.11 grams down to 122.16 grams. So I used 1.95 grams of product in those 10 uses, and I've now used this product 78 times. And I think I'm getting like more than halfway finished with it. It's just about here on the bottle. I'm not showing videos for this one because the product is really clinging to the side of the bottle and it's just hard to show in the video, but I can kind of see with the light through it that it's just about there, and it's probably going to take me a couple more months to get through this one. I'm going to enjoy it in the summer. I think this is going to be a great foundation to travel with and just last me all day through those hot, warm, fun-filled days. But for now, also, it's like such a dark color that it's going to just match me better in the summer. I have to mix this with a cocktail of other products to get it to work for me at this shade, but I have been able to make it work, and I'm okay with this one taking a few more months to get through. It's going to be well used during this time, and it will be empty by the end of this year for sure. Next is the powder I'm panning. I'm currently working on the Coty Airspun powder, which I have decanted from here into this old Tarte packaging, which I've had for probably like 5 or 6 years. It does have a small little crack in it starting to form, but no product leaks out of it, versus this plastic monstrosity abomination that just like fell completely in half. I can't explain this. It's not like I was banging this around like a gorilla or anything like that. It's just shitty packaging. So with that said, I am almost done with this powder and I will not be repurchasing it, but I'm not quite finished yet, which is quite frustrating. I brought this into the project in January, but I don't have the weight of it during that time because I've been changing around from one packaging to the next, decanting it as this one got low. So I can only tell you the weight difference from last month. Last month was weighing 34.13 grams. I reached for it 30 times in the past month, making for 105 uses total. Today it's weighing 28.16 grams, and here's what it's looking like. I used 5.97 grams of product, and it is so close to being finished. I am just quite sad and disappointed with myself. Why didn't I cake on more powder in those 30 uses? I've really been trying to go a little bit more light-handed, but I know that I'm like 1 week away from this being empty. I'm sorry to not be rolling it out and to keep it in 1 more month, but I am going to keep it in 1 more month because I don't want to like bring in anything to replace this unless this is completely gone. So that is that, and it will be an empty very soon. At least we can look forward to when that day comes. Next, we have the blush that I'm painting this year because I am a masochist, and this one is from the Balm. This is their alternative rock line, and the shade is Bare Minimum. So here's what Bare Minimum was looking like when I first brought it into the project back in January. It was weighing 13.14 grams. I've been working on this a ton in the months that it's been in this project, but the wear and tear you're going to see on this pan is quite minimal, if you can tell a difference at all. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 12.91 grams. I reached for it 20 more times in the past month, making for 88 uses total. Here's what it's looking like today. Today it weighs 12.84 grams, so I've used 0.07 grams of product in this month. This blush might just be the death of me. I don't even think I'm anywhere close to hitting pan yet. At least there is that glimmer of hope that when I hit pan, I'm wearing it down so evenly that it's going to basically be empty when I finally do get that sweet release of a little metal shiny bottom there. But that time is not coming for a while, and we're just gonna keep working on it. You know, I'm trying to reach for other blushes, so it's not getting 100% of my attention, but I can't just wear one blush for the entire year. That would just be sad. I love blush way too much, and I said this last year, I'm never panning blushes again. And then I brought in this mini blush being like, it'll be easy to pan, but I just think the idea of panning a mini blush is so fun. I do enjoy torturing myself just a little bit. You know, there's like kind of that element that I'm too stubborn to not pan something that I want to pan. And it makes me happy. So what can I say? I'm weird, but this one will be in probably forever. Another cruel panning goal that I placed on myself is to work on this eye pigment from Cailyn. This is their Just Mineral Eye Polish. The shade Orchid is the one I have. I got it in a BoxyCharm once upon a time, a long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, and I'm just trying to get use on it this year. I have no expectation of using this up, but I'm going to use it as much as I can during the course of the year and see what kind of damage I can make on it. Visual progress is going to be pretty disappointing with this one. I don't even think I'm going to insert the footage because it's really hard to see even for me in person, and then the reflection on the camera with like the pigment on the side of the bottle is just quite impossible to capture. When I brought this into the project in January, it was weighing 16.6 grams. As of last month, it was 16.55 grams. And today, after 16 uses, it is 16.53 grams. So I've used 0.02 grams of this product in the past month. I've used it 68 times total in this project. And in those 68 uses, I've only decreased this 0.07 grams, but there is difference to be measured. And that at least gives me the satisfying knowledge that product is getting used and I'm not just having this product waste away in my drawer in perpetuity. So that is all for this one. It's going to stay in probably for the remainder of the year. I don't know. I haven't really made a decision on it. It's just kind of fun for me to track. And again, I just have this sick desire to torture myself. Next, I have this pore filling primer from Loreal. This is their Magic Perfecting Base, and I brought this into the project in February of this year. My goal for this product was to hit pan on it, but as of last month, I had met that goal and I decided to keep it in, keep going with it, and try and use it up in this project. Here's what it was looking like when I first brought it in. It was weighing 65.16 grams. It took me 2 months to hit pan. Here's what it was looking like last month when that happened. It was weighing 62.7 grams at that point. I reached for it 17 more times, making for 43 uses total. And here's what it's looking like today. It's weighing 61.08 grams. And I've used 1.62 grams of product in those 17 uses. So I'm making steady progress on this primer. Slow and steady is going to win the race on this one. I use just the tiniest amount on the tiniest little area of my face. And I do still love how it performs. I think it's a great option for a drugstore primer that suits this job. I love a pore filling primer. I don't really use a lot of other primers or need a lot of primers, but I think the pore filling primer can make a difference on older, more mature skin like mine. So I'm enjoying using it. It's fun reaching for it on a more regular basis and not just saving it for special occasions, which is how we should enjoy all of our makeup. I've been working on my NARS bronzing cream. This is in the shade Laguna 2. And my goal for this was not to use it up. I just wanted to hit pan on this item just to know that I've used and loved it enough to warrant the like $55 price tag I think it has, like close to that. I'm totally guessing, but I remember being around that number. So I brought this in March with the goal to hit pan. Here's what it was looking like then. It was weighing 56.37 grams. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 55.76 grams. I reached for it 28 more times, making for 44 uses total. And here's what it's looking like today. As you can see, I did hit that pan. I used 1.31 grams in the past month, and in the 2 months I've been working on this, 1.92 grams total. So I'm very satisfied with this progress. I feel like I can put this right back into my drawer. I still think I'll be reaching for this product on a semi-regular basis, but it's going to be nice just to put it on the back burner, focus on other things a little more intensely. And I'll definitely come back and focus on it in a later date. I have no doubt. It is a cream product, so it's something that I probably should use sooner than later, but at least for the time being, I'm going to roll this out of the product and we'll see what happens with her in the future. I brought in this lip balm slash lipstick slash chapstick from e.l.f. This is their Hydrating Core Lipshine. It has a slight tint to it. This is like a pretty pink color. I can't show it to you for a very exciting reason. I brought it into the project in March. Here's what it was looking like. It was weighing 15.25 grams. I reached for it 17 times in the first month. Here's what it was looking like last month, weighing 14.88 grams. I reached for it 20 additional times, making for 37 uses total. And here's what it's looking like today. And as you can see, it is completely empty. I even dug into the component all the way to the very bottom as much as I could without digging into it with a tool. So I can truly call this one an empty and roll it out of this project. In total, I used 1.2 0.21 grams of product, and it only took me 2 months to use up the small amount that was in there. This was a great thing to just have in the purse to top over any other lip color that I was wearing, just to add a little bit of shine and life to my lips, or just wear it by itself. I actually really liked this product. It had kind of a weird smell, not terrible, not expired smell. It's just like the smell of the product, you know, everyone gets like, oh, but yeah, no, I just like wasn't a huge fan of the perfuming of the product, but would potentially repurchase. I didn't know there's like a million things like this out on the market, so I'd probably want to try something new. But if you wanted a cheap option and you don't like really care that much about certain fragrances, then give it a go. For me, this one is rolling out. Sayonara. It's nice knowing you. This next item I have been loving panning. This is from NYX. It's their Bare With Me Serum Concealer. And I don't love this as a concealer, but I've been wearing this for my overall coverage, more like a foundation, and I've been absolutely loving it. I think it looks very lightweight, very natural, and it just really gives a nice base that is also hydrated. And I've used a ton of product in reaching for it that way, which is kind of why my foundation got kind of put on the back burner for a second, but I'm just happy to fly through this serum concealer, and I know this will be empty by next month. Here's what it was looking like when I brought it into the project in March. It was weighing 18.06 grams. I already made a big jump on it last month after 23 uses. Here's what it was looking like then. It was weighing 16.53 grams, and in the past month I reached for it 30 times, so every single day that I wore makeup. Here's what it's looking like today. It now weighs 14 grams, so I've used 2.53 grams of product in the past month, and in total I've now used this 53 times. My kitty is rubbing against my tree. Hi, Butter. I called it a tree. It's not a tree. It's a stand. He misses the camera. You guys haven't seen Butter in a while. Hi, Butter. You needed attention. Anyways, we'll hold you for a second, but it's not going to be easy. I'm going to keep enjoying this as my base product, and I know that using it that way, it will definitely be empty by the next update. So that's another empty we can look forward to, but the day is not quite here yet. This one's staying in. Try to get one of those little baby wraps to hold him in, you know, like those like big pieces of fabric that you like fold around your baby. And yes, I was that person that folded it around my cat. And I thought he would love it because he loves being held like this, but no, he knows the difference between arms and fabric, and he was not having it. And here we are today. I don't know how much longer I can do this. I want to do both. I want to film the video and I want to make my cat happy. So let's work together on this. So next is the lipstick that I've been panning. This is from Rimmel, their Kate Moss collection in the shade 32. I actually have this on my lips today with another kind of like similar shade lip liner underneath from ColourPop. It's in the shade Dohi. I just brought this into the project last month. Here's what it was looking like then. It was weighing 14.52 grams. I reached for it 20 times in the past month, which I am very happy with. Today it weighs 14.09 grams. So I used 0.43 grams of product, and here's what it's looking like today. And I think you'll see a slight dip in this, but this product is not going quickly. 20 uses. I used it as a lipstick and a blush, and I reapplied it throughout the day. And there's a little bit of movement, but not as much as I would expect to see after 20 days of wearing this lipstick. So this one's gonna be kind of a difficult one to finish up, I foresee, and I'm a little nervous that it might not happen, but I'm gonna do my best. I think I need to amp my usage as a blush for this one. It's gonna be a great shade for the summer, so I'm just gonna do my best with it and see what progress I can make for the next update, but this one might be with us for quite a while. I'm a little nervous about that. And I do have this one drawn in my book. That little shaded area is what I was able to mark from last month to this month, which, you know, seeing it on paper, it does look a little bit more impressive, but I just know that the way the formula is transferring, it's gonna be a while. Can I put you down? Okay. He's gonna let me put him down, so that's great. He had his fill of snuggles. And finally, item number 10, I've been working on this finishing powder from Hourglass. This is their ambient lighting powder in the shade Dim Light, and this is the pan that never comes. My goal for this thing is to hit pan on it, and I've been trying to do that for about 2 years now. So here's what this was looking like when I rolled it in last month. It was weighing 85.23 grams. I reached for it 24 times. Here's what it's looking like today. It's weighing 84.88 grams, so I used 0.35 grams of product. in those 24 uses, and I don't think we're going to see any change in this product at all. Maybe I'll be surprised. I'll surprise myself when I look back at the footage, but I can tell when I look at the product, there's like a little hole in some of these areas because it is a baked product. That can happen. And when I peer down into those little air holes, it's just a deep cavern with no pan in sight. So I've got a lot of product to work through before I hit that goal, but it's going to happen this year. I am determined. If I don't have this in a project, I kind of forget to reach for it, which just is another indication of like, I don't need this in my life. I don't really love this shade. I've been using it on my cheeks, like kind of around my bronzer blush area, just to blend all of my powders together. I don't know if it's making a difference. I try and look in the mirror, but my lighting in the morning is very, very, very bad. My lighting in general is very bad in my house. And so it's hard to tell if there really is a difference, but I'm gonna do a little experiment maybe and see in the sunlight if I can compare cheek to cheek on how this finishing powder actually, finishes your powders on your face. We'll see. I'll get back to you on that one. But this one's staying in. Another one that's probably going to be around here for a while. A lot of long haul items in this project this year, but that's kind of what I like in my project pans, like a nice mixture between short and long. This is a long, and she's staying in. Also in this project, I'm trying to get through some of my sample items, and last month I brought in this face wash from Shiseido. This is their clarifying cleansing foam, and I have always been able to finish up my sample items within the month, but this one I was not so lucky with. It's actually got a lot of products in there. This says it's 1.8 ounces. That's a lot of face wash. This is quite a strong, more astringent, more face wash. It kind of has that clarifying quality to it, which my skin doesn't love. I prefer more hydrating type cleansers, but I've been making this one work, just trying to use it not every single time I wash my face, maybe every other time, and it hasn't been irritated at all by using it that way, but that's also resulted in me not quite being able to finish this. So for the first time this year, a sample item is staying in. But I'm going to roll in another sample item because, again, I'm just trying to get these things used, and otherwise they just sit around forever. I'm going to use this body wash from Verb. I got this in a little Verb set that I ordered from Ulta around holiday time, maybe like 2 years ago. And it's just been in my travel bag for a long time because anytime you travel anywhere, there's body wash there. And I just use that because I might need this later. I don't know. So then as a result, I just have it forever. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to put it in my shower. I'm kind of low on my bar soap, and it's just kind of hard to use when like the bar soap is all small and little chips. So this will be kind of a little easy grab and go in the morning. Actually, I take my showers at night, but when I take my shower, it'll be fun to use a different and fancier body wash. So I'm going to use that one up. I think I should be able to use this in a month, and this will definitely be empty by next month too. So we have those 2 items that are rolling out, so I'm going to roll in 2 more items, and I'm kind of getting low on things that I'm able to bring into the project, which is great. Like, that's why I started project panning, was to decrease my collection and just get to a more manageable state. But that just means it's time for me to reach for things that I know are starting to get old and, just motivate myself to reach for them a little bit more and use them up a little bit faster. So with that, I'm going to bring in my e.l.f. Halo Glow. This item says it has a 6-month expiration date. I don't really go by expiration dates. Like, don't tell anybody. Never stopped me before. But this one also has a cracked lid, and it's just starting to like fall apart a little bit. So why not use that as an excuse to motivate myself to use this thing up? I actually love this product, so it's not going to be a chore to use it up at all. I mix this in with my Clinique foundation to kind of sheer it out a little bit. It works great for that. I love it by itself. I love it as a primer for other foundations. It's a great product. I need to use it more, and this is going to help me do so. I made a little mark of where the level is as of this month. This is just a grease pencil. It'll probably rub off, so I'm going to be careful about like trying to reapply it, but at least you'll see the video footage of like where it's at as far as letters go, and we can track it that way if it does rub off. I don't like marking them permanently. I just like having a clean bottle. We're tracking it. It doesn't matter. So today it's weighing 128.19 grams. This is going to take me a while to get through. I'm pretty sure maybe like 5 or 6 months, but I think by the end of the year I should be able to get there, and I'm excited to track it on this channel with you guys. And in that similar vein, I'm also going to bring in this pencil eyeliner. This is from Urban Decay, their 24/7 Glide On pencil, and I believe this was a 100-point perk from Sephora that I got around holiday season last year. And I now have 2 black eyeliners in my collection. This is the one I've been reaching for. I've already made really good progress on it. It's getting quite small. But again, this is just going to be a nice push for me to fly through this liner, reach for it more than I regularly would. That way in my inventory, I'll have just 1 black eyeliner instead of 2 and just get it kind of honed down a little bit. I purchased one and then I got one for a 100-point perk, which was kind of silly, but it was a good deal. And I really like this eyeliner, so I will use it, and that's what I'm doing right now in this project. So this one today is weighing 3.62 grams. I think it'll maybe take me 2 or 3 months to get through this. So we've got a long term coming in, a short term coming in. Again, the mixture's so nice, and I'm enjoying it. And that is all for my products. You did it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually had a lot of fun filming it. I'm feeling a little bit chatty today. Got a lot of stuff to say. It's a nice little outlet to come and talk to my phone, which is all of you, my makeup painting community. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you so much. If you haven't already, please give a quick little thumbs up for this video. It would mean a lot to me. And leave a comment. I love hearing from you if you have anything that you want to say to me. I hope you're doing well. I'm sending my love out to you wherever you are in the world. And I cannot wait to see you in my next video. But until then, take care. Bye.